like he is straight up a serial killer. Think again if you really want to take a picture of you looking like this. You base your opinions on measurements on distorted photos that don't actually reflect reality. This is where Dexter used to do. Okay, so this is a very quick little video for you, bro. So have you ever looked at yourself in the pictures and some selfies and think, oh my goodness, do I really look like that? You don't remember looking like this in the mirror. You might look at your selfies and think that it's over, it can't be real, that anyone in your family, maybe your parents, made the god so angry that he gave you looks this bad. But that's not necessarily the case. Your pictures will lie to you because of the points I have in my little presentation right here, and so I will explain what possible mistakes you might be making and how to correct them. So let's go. So first point on the list, lens distortion. It's the most important point on this list, okay? Lens distortion is basically how your camera bends reality. So depending on the focal length of your camera, it will stretch, compress, or just warp reality, usually against you. So a wide lens will exaggerate the features in the middle of your face, so your nose, and it will push back the features on the side of your face. Now a telephoto lens will make your face look wider and flatter, and usually this is closer to how you look in reality. The telephoto lens is more reflective of reality. And so that's a big part of the reason why in some photos you might look good and terrible in others, because of different photos being taken with different lenses. So here you have the classic example, like this photo is very popular. So a dude took photos in the same lighting, in the same place, at the same time, with different lenses, and here you can see the results. And I actually measured two things to just illustrate the point how important this is. So you can see how 85mm got face width to height ratio of 182, which is whatever, it's average, but 16mm got 157. Face width to height ratio of 157, it's over, okay? And 132 with the 12mm, it's beyond over at this point. Eye aspect ratio, same story, 266:1 with the 85mm lens, which is just average, is whatever. 226:1 with 60mm over, and 218:1 even worse. It's the same dude, same place, same light, same everything, just a different lens. So let me show you a couple more examples. You can pause and just look at them. It's insane. It's insane. Like looks like completely two different people sometimes. So it's important that you don't cry because you look terrible in some random photo. If this one photo stands out and you look terrible in it, it's because of the focal length, okay? So don't judge your looks and your entire potential and, you know, judge whether it's over or not based on just one bad photo, okay? Second point as to why you lose all hope looking at your pics: angles. Now you can see, I mean, easy example, I don't need to over explain it or anything. If you hold your camera below eye level, you will distort the picture in a way that will give you negative canthal tilt, among other things. And if you keep it at eye level or above eye level, you will see your actual canthal tilt and your actual features in the photo. And I actually made this mistake before. I was convinced that I have negative canthal tilt because in so many photos that I took of myself, I had the camera below eye level, like very slightly, but then I took some other picture with a different phone and it turns out I have slightly positive canthal tilt. If you're very obsessed with this entire, you know, looks maxing and face rating stuff, it's very easy to, you know, get depressed or something because you base your opinions on measurements on distorted photos that don't actually reflect reality. So it's very important you know that. So the third point is lighting. So the best case scenario is that you take your pictures outside, okay? And I know it's scary outside, there are other people outside, sometimes there are women outside, but if you want the highest odds of looking your best, you should take your pictures outside. The second best way of taking photos is facing the window during the day. So here you can see an example. This picture here on the right is taken inside, but the way the lighting looks here, it tells me that it was taken facing the window during the day. And that gives you very consistent diffused lighting that looks very natural and just illuminates your face very evenly. Going back to this slide for a second, bro, if you get this weird feeling that it's gonna look hot or it's gonna go hard if you take a photo in a lighting like this laying in bed, just don't, okay? Just get some help first. There are people out there, there are resources out there. Go do that first and then think again if you really want to take a picture of you looking like this, okay? Yeah, so let's move on. Now, there are multiple ways to manipulate artificial light to make yourself look the best. I'm not gonna dive deep into this now because most of you probably don't care, you don't have the equipment. But if you have the right equipment, you can see how much of a difference you can make with the same camera, using the same camera, by manipulating light placement, light intensity, how light is diffused, and so on and so forth. So that's another thing that you can look into if you're interested in taking these kind of photos. Point number 4 on our Epstein list is being more of an introvert, meaning being more at home, is fine. This is actually the type of people I work with the most, and I actually made it into my sort of niche. Like, I started specializing in helping specifically introverts get laid, start looking better, start feeling better, start going out more, being more confident, and so on. And it's all fine to stay at home more, bro. Like, you don't have to change who you are to get laid, okay? But if you play the game and don't follow the rules or don't know the rules, then you're gonna lose. So listen, being more of an introvert is fine, but when taking pictures, when presenting yourself online, you can't make it seem as though you never go outside, okay? Serial killer vibes are not cool. You're not him, okay? You're not him. You're not the Sigma Alpha Wolf whoever. You're not him, okay, bro? So chill and listen. These things will ruin how people look at you, okay? So it's indoor pics only, having some gaming headset, tech gear on, and having bad posture, slouching, looking like Quasimodo, and having just weird vibe overall. So if you look at these pictures, I think you get the point. The guy in the middle, this looks like he is straight up a serial killer. This is where, like, Dexter used to do, I don't know if it's a table, if it's a bed, like this is where he puts his victim. Yeah, like, and the lighting, like we just talked about this. I just showed you the exact same example of how you're not supposed to take your pictures. This one is, I mean, it's blurry, it looks like it was taken in a basement. The guy also, like, I don't know what he's doing. You're not him, bro, okay? You're not that jacked, okay? Put a shirt on, go outside, and take a normal picture. And this guy on the left here, you can see that he actually looks pretty good. He has the jawline going on, he has decent eyes, he has great hair, but look at the entire context, okay? So he has some HyperX gaming headset on, he has glasses on. Take your glasses off for when taking pictures, okay? He has some junk food on him. He sits slouched in his chair, gaming chair, of course. The lighting is terrible. Like, the wall behind him tells me that he probably sits in some kind of basement, and he's a gamer. And we know from that list that was very popular recently of the least attractive hobbies for men, and gaming was like the least attractive one by far. And this guy, he looks like a gamer. He would look very attractive in any other context. If he would take the headset off, take the glasses off, take a shower, and go outside and take some pictures or some videos of himself outside, would make a huge difference here. And here's something very important for you guys, okay? If you like playing video games, relaxing in front of a screen, it's okay. It's not like if a girl finds out that she will break up with you, like, instantly. It's not gonna happen. You can get away with this kind of stuff. You don't have to change who you are, but you can get away with this only at a certain stage in your relationship, okay? So when you're past the dating stage, so I'm talking about the you're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend stage, so you're in a relationship. But to get to this stage, you have to get your foot in the door and actually date the girl, okay? And there will be no door for you to get your foot in if you look like a geek, okay? You can be nerdy, you can be more of an introvert, but you can't present yourself like this online, because otherwise you're not gonna get a chance to show your other traits, because people will attribute certain traits, not very good ones, like being weird, being antisocial, being awkward, unapproachable, if they see you looking like a geek locked up in his basement playing video games all day. Okay, and here's another example. This guy posts his face on r/rateme, if I remember correctly. So these two pictures were in the same post. It's crazy, like, different vibe you get. Like, the one on the left is just another gamer, and on the right, the same guy, he looks way better. You just suddenly assume that he has to be more active, he has to be more social, like he probably has some friends, he's way more approachable. The only thing that changed is that he went outside and he took a picture of himself on a sunny day, okay? Two things you should keep in mind: mirror versus photo paradox. You're used to seeing yourself in the mirror, a flipped version. In photos, you see the real version and your brain goes like, who is this? Am I really do I really look like that? I look kind of weird. So keep that in mind. It's not like the mirror shows you a different person or the photo shows you a different person. I mean, the photo might show you a slightly different person because of the lens distortion and the angles and everything. It's just that the version of yourself in the mirror is the one that you are way more used to. So just because you feel weird looking at yourself in the photos, that doesn't mean that you look bad. It's just that you're not used to looking at the kind of normal or the flipped version of yourself, if you will. And static versus dynamic. So in real life, people see you moving, talking, showing expressions. A photo freezes one unlucky split second. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just one photo, bro. Like, if you look decent in most photos and in just that one photo or in that one video, you look a little bit weird, a little bit bad, that doesn't mean that it's over. Okay, so to quickly summarize this video, quick checklist for you: get a camera with a better lens. You don't need to get a camera. You can get a phone, but only very specific phones have actually decent lenses with decent focal length. Getting like a good dedicated camera just for taking pictures of yourself is a good idea if you can afford it. Keep the camera at eye level or slightly above eye level. Use natural light, so face the window during the day or go outside. Step back to avoid lens distortion. That's one method, but if your lens is terrible, even stepping back quite far from the lens won't fix the lens distortion, okay? No headphones / basement dweller accessories. Don't make yourself look like a geek, because you will be perceived as a geek and no one wants to date a geek. Ideally, go outside, take pictures in social situations or just simply outside walking around. Consider taking photos in motion, walking, talking, gestures instead of stiff posing. Most of the guys, meaning probably you too, are terrible at posing. When they have to pose for a photo, they look very stiff, look very awkward, which is to say it's probably a good idea to take your photos in motion, walking around, doing something, okay? So that's all I had for you in this video. Grab the big 3, the free ebook, link in the description. Subscribe to the channel, keep grinding, keep hustling, shoot for your dreams. Bye bye.